No fancy setup, no thumbnail, no crazy editing, just a guy sitting in a room and speaking to a camera, and I'm just simply talking about a topic. So in this video, I want to talk about RetardMaxxing, the benefits of it, and why I believe it is the #1 solution to pretty much every problem that you are going through in your life. And I specifically want to focus this on making money specifically, and that's primarily what my this YouTube channel is all about. So if you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Ari. I'm 28 years old right now, and the goal with this channel is pretty much for me to kind of share how I'm navigating through the modern world, right? So if you are a young person right now, you're trying to get ahead in life, you feel like the economy is worse than it's ever been, you feel like you can't get ahead no matter what you do, then I want to talk about how how I'm kind of navigating this modern world. And in this video specifically, I want to talk about how I am using RetardMaxxing, this concept right here, to make money, right? So I want to also give credit to Elisha Long, I believe that's his name on here, who made this term popular. And I started watching a bunch of his videos, and when I heard the concept and I started hearing about the benefits, it clicked with me 100%, and I will talk about why that is. So I want to share my story and what it is that I primarily do in my current life. And then of course I will talk about why I've decided to start applying this and take this very seriously, right? So in my case, I currently live alone right now. I work a regular job stocking shelves in a grocery store, but I intend on leaving that job very soon, within the next 6 months or so. So on the side of my 9-to-5, I do digital marketing, and that is pretty much just where you promote other companies' products online. Very simple. You have a product to promote, very simple concept, and then you just have a link that is uniquely coded to you. You promote that link online, and then whenever someone clicks on your link and they buy the product, then you make a commission. So that is primarily what I've been in this industry for a few years, actually quite a while, since 2017. I've had a lot of ups and downs throughout my journey, and I want to talk about the #1 thing that I believe has really held me back, and why I believe that RetardMaxxing is kind of my last resort with this, and why I believe it's a solution for pretty much everyone, right? So the trend that I went throughout this entire journey that I've been on, right, was I kept hopping around quite a bit, right? So like the first 3 years that I was looking into different ways of making money online, I wasn't really doing anything with my full focus. Instead, I was just kind of trying out one business model here. I looked into I watched a video talking about work from home jobs, and I attended this other webinar talking about Shopify and drop shipping and all these other things, and I hear about Amazon FBA, and I'm like, oh, what's this all about, right? So first 3 years, I was all over the place. I didn't know what I was doing. So technically, I didn't actually start affiliate marketing until maybe like 2020, 2021-ish. So yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing. So again, I guess those initial first years don't really count that much. But even after I started gaining a little bit of momentum with affiliate marketing, I started making some decent money. The main issue that I kept running into every single time was I kept seeking way too many advice from way too many people, and I bought way more courses than I should have during my time, right? So hearing multiple different perspectives on something like for example, posting on TikTok, right? And I maybe bought like 5, 6, 7 different TikTok courses over the past few years. And the #1 thing that has always frustrated me in this, when it comes to doing something like posting content, for example, is there's a lot of advice out there, right? If you look up how to grow on TikTok or how to grow on YouTube, there are a lot of people talking about, oh, here's how you should make your videos, right? Here's why your video should be 10 minutes long. Here's why, and then someone else will have a video titled here's why 10-minute videos are actually hurting you, basically, right? So there's many different opinions out there that are kind of like contradicting each other, and it's very hard for the average everyday person to know exactly what the best approach is. So I was able to get a lot of momentum, at many different phases of this journey that I've been on. I was making about $3,000 a month in 2022. So I was making, not like, anything super crazy like 10K a month, but I was making just enough where I could maybe, quit my job and then live on my own in like a really cheap place. And I did that for almost a full year. And then what ended up happening was these algorithms started changing up their rules. My income went down. A lot of my social media accounts got banned. And then my rent, right at the same amount of time, went dramatically up. So at one point I was paying like, $1,200 a month, and then it went up to $1,500 and then like $2,000 a month. That's a whole other story in itself, but because of that, I ended up moving back home. I lived in my mom's basement basically, and then I went back to a 9-to-5 job. And that is probably one of the most humbling experiences I've ever had in my entire life. Very embarrassing. I never really spoke about it that much, but you seeing this video, you're one of the few people that actually know about that, aside from family members of mine that are close to me. So yeah, that was an experience that I went through, and I was in this phase where I had like very little motivation, no energy, and then I just had to kind of build myself back up. And so from that point on, I kept buying courses hoping that there was like a quick way of doing something, and I kept taking advice from all these different people. And the number one thing that I kept running into was a lot of contradicting viewpoints, which I felt kind of kept me kind of stuck subconsciously, where I just felt very confused about every single action that I took, and that kept my income stagnant for many, many years. So that being said, the benefit of RetardMaxxing, what it basically is you are just taking mass action towards something without really thinking, right? So for example, if we're talking about content creation, right? You might post like one video, every day, maybe like, a couple times per week, and then you follow a very specific format, right? You have like a whole editing process. You have like a thumbnail that you make. You structure your videos very specifically. However, with this channel that I'm doing right now, it's very simple, very, very raw, unedited, nothing fancy going on here. It's just me sitting in front of the camera. One funny thing that I'll share about this is when I film these videos, right? Like I film them on my phone, right? But I don't actually film them with the camera on my phone. I literally go on my Facebook account, right? So like I'm live on Facebook right now as I film this video, but I have it set to private where nobody could actually see that I'm live. And then I just do this app, right? Tilt the phone sideways so it comes out landscape mode. And the reason why I film my videos like this way is because every time that I try to film videos, prior to doing this, my storage would get filled up so quickly. And then I would have to clear out storage after like recording like 5 videos. It was super annoying. And then I have to, if I want to upload it on YouTube, I want to upload from my, computer. So I got to send it to my PC, and then it takes forever. So I literally go live on Facebook to make these videos, which is super ghetto. I know it's so dumb. I hit live, I hit to where it says only me. And then after I finish the live, I log onto my Facebook account on my computer. I download the video, and then it's only like a couple hundred, megabytes. It takes like no storage at all. And then I just upload the video that way, just a lot easier. And then I just am able to put on all the keywords and all that. And I don't know, but I'm doing this in a way where I can very easily create multiple videos in a day, right? Like this is my 6th video that I'm filming today in the same exact spot. I just really think of a topic, like something I want to talk about in my niche, I guess you could say. And then I just hit record and I just start yapping for a couple minutes. That's all there is to it. And so the benefit of this is the more videos that you get out, like no matter how much work that you put into a specific video, you don't know how far out that video is going to get pushed out in the algorithm, right? Like you might feel like the video is perfectly structured, but if YouTube or TikTok or Facebook or any of these algorithms, if they don't push your video out for whatever reason, then you did all that work for nothing, right? Whereas if I post, this is crazy. Like I don't say this to toot my own horn, but I don't see that many people posting, multiple long form videos a day. It's kind of psychotic in a way, right? But I, for a while was posting 3 videos per day on a separate YouTube channel altogether, which is a separate niche. It's more like a specific niche, like a smaller audience, but with this, I'm expecting to get in front of more people. And so, yeah, I could just easily post multiple of these videos per day. You could choose whether or not you want to watch them, but the more videos that you have out there in the algorithm, even if there's no editing, there's no thumbnail, then it is almost guaranteed that you're going to have one video that pops up and does significantly better than the rest. And once you figure out what works, then you just double down on that, right? So this video that I'm recording right now might get no views at all. Might get maybe like 30 views in like 6 months or something like that. I don't know where this video is going to go. At the time of filming this, I have 2 subscribers on this YouTube channel, right? And I filmed 6 videos today. I'm gonna really do my best to film as many videos as humanly possible and just post as consistently as possible. And I did that on a previous channel. I was doing like 3 videos a day for, 3 or 4 months straight. The videos on that other channel didn't go super far because the audience was a lot smaller. Versus here, I'm talking about more broad topics that, like young men are experiencing right now, like things that most people in the world can relate to right now. And that is kind of the approach that I'm taking with this channel, right? So that being said, the main way that I'm using this to make money, for full transparency, by the way, is I have a product that I promote. I have a school community that I'm building, which is completely free, by the way. And in that community, I pretty much talk about how to make money with free social media, doing simple videos like this. And you could use this exact format that I'm doing right here to monetize whatever passion that you have right now. That is my goal of the school community that I'm building. And then on top of this, I might even have I have an idea for like another channel that I might actually start. So that's a whole other thing that I might do. I'm not 100%. I might just go all in with this one, or I might have another one as well. But again, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is you're taking action every single day. And as long as you are focusing on volume, then the whole concept is you're going to get a lot more in return compared to the really smart analytical person that overthinks every little thing. In my case, I used to have like an editor for my videos. I used to pay someone like $30 per video, and I would upload I think 3 videos per week. So imagine that, $90 per week. When the videos weren't going anywhere, I was very precise when it came to filming these videos. I had the script all laid out. I had B-roll shots and all that. I had background music and all that. And this is also before AI and all that really took over. So I had to actually hire someone to I hired someone on Upwork to do these video edits for me, and I would record multiple clips, have them all spliced together, and it just got really exhausting because the ROI that I got in return, maybe I got a sale here and there for maybe $100 or $200, but it wasn't to the point where I was getting consistently into profit. So with this approach, there's no extra cost at all of filming these videos. I don't have to pay to edit these videos or anything like that. I just simply focus on posting them as much as I can, right? If I want to, I can maybe use a tool like Descript and cut out all the pauses and all that, which I have done before. But even that takes 2 seconds. So I don't know if I'll do that with this video or not. I might just keep this completely raw because I've been speaking consistently for a bit, but that is what I want to talk about in this video. And I want to give credit to Elijah Long for making this concept popular and making it more mainstream, where more people are talking about it. So thank you, Elijah, for making this term popular and all that. And that being said, if you found video and hearing my perspective on this, then you could share your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think. And if you want to learn more about what I do, then you could check out the school community that I have. And you could, of course, check out what I'm doing as well. So that being said, hope you found this helpful. I will see you in the next one, and take care. All the best.